try this again. All right. So last time, Billy showed up to Fiona's room to help get dressed, or to show up with Morticia to help get dressed for the Brandon game. Fionna helped him get dressed, then went to the Brandon game to watch it with the girls. After that, they went to the fairy circle to inspect it. It was radiating magic, some academic magic, or a lot of academic magic and some natural magic. After that, they went to the after party where they saw Adam Holland, who tried to trip Fionna as she was leaving. Billy defended Fionna from the rest of the team. They went to Susan's room to see if she had returned and to see if they could find any clues about the magic she did. They searched the room, did not find anything useful, but found a book with David Victor's name in the corner. Yep, you both rolled bad.
You both rolled ones.
After that, we went and talked to David Victors, who did not know about Susan. They got the impression Susan liked David Victors, but was not willing to date him. They also talked to Steve, who is David's friend. After that, they went in the cafeteria. They left the cafeteria where Fionna got her revenge, tying Adam's shoes together, and he tripped as the bell rang to go to class. Anything I forgot or anything that was missed?
No, I know Susan had asked David about charm stuff a lot, which is why I was going to borrow one of their charm textbooks.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Susan was asking David about charms.
About charms about 2 to 3 times a few months ago. About using charms on animals or more intelligent animals. There's a drawing of a picnic basket. Emphasis on the wrong similar and wand match.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's what I wrote.
All right. Since it's a month ago and I didn't write it down.
Yeah, picnic basket. There we go.
I mean, I also have picnic basket.
Okay.
What was the picnic basket?
It was a drawing.
Yeah,
So,
she drew a picnic basket.
What I remember the intent was
yeah.
the picnic basket was the idea of what the date was going to be.
Oh,
when she was talking to him about charms, even though she's not in charms, it was fabricating a reason to talk to him, and he just missed it.
That's what we had told him to try to get information is literally what went down.
I remember.
Yep.
And we were like, she was trying to ask you out, man.
Yep. And he's like, what?
Really let her down.
He's like, that was months ago. I said, she's here now. It's
like, oh, maybe I should talk to her then. Wait.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
And we were about to go to History of Magic and
With our new friend.
yeah.
Nope. So you all head over to, you all leave the cafeteria with the Brandon Ball team laughing at Adam in the background, and head over to the history of magic class. You get there and it fills up. Are you all sitting together, or I'm assuming?
She sits up front. She sits in the back. I sit in the middle.
Yeah, am I purple?
Really? What classes are we in? Right, you're in the history.
Because I sit near. I remember because I was like, oh my god, I'd probably sit near Steve.
Oh yeah.
So, you all go to the class, and the class goes by, covering whatever topic that they're going over. Steve is there. He's near you, but not right next to you.
Thank God.
But with how weird the conversation was, he doesn't try to continue it in any manner.
Thank God.
I'm scared now.
You just go around terrorizing people in the school.
Apparently.
And then Gina is still not in the class. The class goes by and it ends with you all able to exit out, and you have a couple hours to whatever your last class is, which is separate from everybody. So I think you all have 3 classes, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what class I'm going to be at. I probably skipped
did
defense
divination.
against malicious magic.
Right, because isn't that the one you two have together?
No, we don't have a class together, just the two of us.
I think, don't we both have charms?
Yeah,
You
both
guys have charms together.
And then I have astronomy,
And what's your third one?
history of magic.
Oh, right. We just
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So you guys all exit and are able to meet up. After class, what would you like to do? We have about 2 hours till your next class.
What's our next gameplay? Are we still trying to like figure out where Susan is?
Yeah, but I have a sudden urge to go harass Tandy and figure out what's happening with that.
I mean,
We're gonna raid Mort's wedding binder for Archie and Amber.
okay. Can I borrow a charms textbook? I'll be productive for once.
Oh,
I'll go sit in the library with a charms textbook.
I'm just gonna look at you all suspiciously, like, oh.
Here's the rules. No writing in it. No drinking around.
I remember I was literally just like, can I borrow your charm? And wait, you use yours. Can I borrow your charms textbook?
You're just like, yeah, I guess. I mean,
And I'm like, all right. Extracurricular study time.
yes.
And it's like, you don't even study for the classes you have. Shush.
Okay. So Fiona is going to the library
Delivery.
and
You know, oh, wait, do I also know about all the stuff you guys went to go talk to David? No.
We all talked to David because we told you that all we got was a name.
they met up with you after you went to class.
I'm gonna go bother the charms professor and see what he knows. Susan.
Isn't that Alex?
Yes. I need more Madagascar in my life.
Professor Lyons.
Yes.
Apparently Madagascar 3 is now on Hulu, but it was very.
I ended up just watching the second one last week.
Well, what was your character's name?
Oh, Claire.
Claire. Josephine.
For a second, that was like a little mini heart attack. I was like,
You're like, I don't know my name.
I don't know. What is my name? All right, Josephine, are you going with anybody or are you going to go do your own thing?
Are you gonna go study?
I was gonna say we could sit at the library.
Student?
We can progress your cryptology. What was it?
Cryptozoology.
Crypto. Oh God, that is such a word.
It is.
Is it a real word?
Yes.
Yeah. It's an actual thing.
Thing.
I thought we made it up for this
No.
game.
Sadly, it's a real thing.
How dare
What do you
you?
mean, sadly? This is amazing. I went to the wrong degree, okay? I have a microbiology degree when I could have had a cryptozoology degree.
I have a human
What exactly
physiology
was it again?
degree.
Cryptozoology, the search
like
and
the
study of animals whose
study of
existence or survival
cryptids.
is disputed or unsubstantiated, such as
Sasquatch.
Loch Ness Monster, Yeti,
Oh.
Sasquatch.
Unicorns.
Yep.
Okay, like mythical,
Yep.
legendary.
Dragon.
No, it would literally be like Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster.
This is a magical
Mothman.
world, Sam. It's magical world.
Yes, well, let me just list you all the cryptids I know. No, that would take literally way too long.
The
Well, in the
ones
magical world, unicorns might exist, so they don't have
Exactly.
to. It
You
might
don't
not
have
fall
to have
under cryptozoology.
exactly. Good point, right? Mm-hmm.
Maybe like the dark unicorn, where there's an evil unicorn that
Nightmares.
could be.
That's what my parents are after. My parents are studying the dark unicorn. There's a reason I'm so weird.
Yep. Maybe that'd fall under
You're
cryptozoology.
trying to figure out if the Loch Ness Monster was
Cryptozoology.
actually, just like a mermaid messing around with people.
Right, like a mermaid named Greg or something. Pranking his joke, guys.
Going to charms, Professor. And Josephine.
Where are you going?
You know what?
Write down, otherwise I'll forget.
I guess I'll go to the library and study
Wow.
cryptozoology.
You're getting cryptozoology?
I'll get like a degree in it, and I'll be like the expert. The one thing I dedicate myself to.
the one and only thing in your life besides looking
Yeah, you're
cool.
like, I'll come to the library with you, and I'm like, huh?
Like, I guess.
I like look at Claire, like,
And I'm just like,
and then like as we're walking there, I'm like feeling your forehead.
Are you
doing
I'm
okay?
like checking to see if it's snowing outside.
Yeah. Oh no! What if we run into people in the library? This is a disaster. We should have studied in the room. It's too late. I said library.
It's too late. It's too. You've committed.
Nope, we're already there.
All right. So you two head to the library. You're with it being between classes, you're able to get there with no concerns. As you're going down the hall, you see Phil and Mason pushing their janitorial cart again.
Oh
What if
no!
it's them?
As they just go around, like as you walk by, they like kind of stop and look at you and go back on.
Let me just wave. Like,
We're
hey,
Because I remember, so the last time you guys saw
we
them
ran into them as we were skipping.
when you're
Yes.
skipping class, I'm like, get back to class.
We're
Oh,
good
okay.
students.
So
Look at us, like we're like off to the library
With our books.
like I'm holding a book for a class I'm not even taking. See?
What? Okay, so what if? Which one's the one that's mute? Phil?
Mason.
Mason. What if he's cursed?
Ooh.
Can we make that another rumor that he's
Mason,
cursed?
Mason is mute but knows sign language. Phil is his brother. They're the cleaning custodians of the castle.
He's cursed.
Ooh.
Someone cursed him.
He has a curse of silence or a
Yes.
vow.
He's
of
like the
silence.
main villain.
Took like a vow of silence.
See, that's what I mean. What if it's them?
All right. Who has the name of the guidance counselor?
Skipper?
Oh, and Angela. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Angela,
career
the
advisor.
The
Oh yeah, they gave me a
student
warning.
advisor, whatever,
Yeah.
counselor person.
She's a student advisor.
She just
to
shows up at the
Skipper.
library and we're like, oh, I'm so happy that you're.
And I'm like, you made friends that aren't us. Like
You know other people?
The offense.
Someone else is like, hey Fiona. I'm like, who are you?
Okay. So you two head to the library. You go there and it's fairly empty. There's a couple people there, but none of the named people so far.
Right.
You're able to get a table,
No more
the same one that you
NPC.
normally get, and sit down. What type of books were you trying to find?
I was just gonna
Oh, you
read
have
the
your
Charms
Charms book.
textbook.
What
Okay.
are you gonna tell me?
Some
Do you think that's a
cryptozoology
What?
stuff. See if maybe I can find anything in those books about I don't know what's
The
going
Loch
on.
Ness monster.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Forget Susan.
Look at monsters and shit.
Okay. So you go there and you start going over. You start going through the library and it. Go ahead and roll brains.
Yeah. Really?
Oh Lord. A D4.
Look, you're street smart, not the book smart.
I was like, ooh,
This will
I'm
end well.
smart.
Oh,
Book smart,
Ooh,
not
ooh.
any
Go
other
help
smart.
her. Go help her.
Oh, I'm reading.
Go assist.
it'll be a 3.
2.
All right. Do you want to use an adversity token?
I'm scared. Sure.
Okay.
I used mine to be petty, so.
And then when I was watching the last one, they got caught out. I was calling them the wrong names, and so.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation about it.
About what?
so,
Adversity versus adversary tokens.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're able to, with your limited knowledge of the usage of the library, and whatever
We like walked
decimal
when we were
system that
looking
they
for
use.
Claire the other day when we were like lifting random books up. We were like,
Yeah.
wait, I think I saw it over here.
You're able to find the section with cryptozoology without having to ask for help.
Oh,
Yay!
You got a
I
couple
go up
books.
to a random
And,
student and like, hey,
hey, where's this at?
You know, there's a librarian, right?
You know we're in a library.
Look,
There's
there's a library.
I know there's some form of finding books that makes sense, but I don't know what it is. So my method of finding books is go up to someone and say, hey, where's this book? And but you're able to find your cryptozoology books You sit down and start reading them.
I can read.
There's a lot of pictures.
Ooh.
Maybe not fast, but you can read.
Okay.
Whereas I'm just like.
What if like Sasquatch is actually just like a short giant?
Could be.
What's a short giant called? Like regular?
No, like they're taller than most humans, because giants are like 12 feet tall
Yeah.
and whatnot, but they're on the shorter
So like
side.
a Goliath, a hairy Goliath.
Look, Sam.
I mean,
Well, since it doesn't exist in our world, it doesn't have a name yet. So
Well, yeah, we don't know what Sasquatch is. That's why we study it.
You don't study it.
I study.
Well,
it.
Claire studies what she wants to study, and she's good at it.
maybe Sasquatch doesn't actually exist. Maybe it's just some wizard out there who casts illusion spells to bring people to this area where he has a shop at.
Oh.
Wow. We're
That's
going
actually what my
deep.
parents do. That's actually what my parents do. And it's like
Here's our trick.
It's Gravity Falls all over
Oh
again.
God.
Like Loch Ness Monster. It's like, no, it's just an illusion. Don't worry.
That's why
she'll just sit there and she's like reading about Sasquatch. I'm like, oh, that's my dad. And then I just keep going.
Why are you reading about my dad?
And they're like, oh, that's a really. I was like, wow, his illusion spells have gotten way better.
You got way better. This one's so much blurrier than you normally see.
This is Christmas.
And it's like, your dad's Sasquatch. He makes the illusion that he's
Don't
Sasquatch.
be
Everyone
stupid.
believes he's a Sasquatch.
Wow.
Like, still be stupid. Of course he's not Sasquatch. He just makes illusions.
Yeah.
Be like, of course he's not Sasquatch. He's my dad.
You two start going through your books. We'll jump back over to Claire. You head down to the charms class, and you see Professor Lyons there.
Yeah.
He comes in and says, "Oh, there's still time before the next class. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, I just want
Are you-
some of your time, Professor.
Are you in my class?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She is. I am. I'm offended. I'm one of your top students, Professor.
Oh, sorry. I was just distracted. They threw me off with coming down here. But
Oh,
what can I help you with?
that's a very lonely thing to say, Professor, but okay.
He's like, I'm not lonely.
So much for being the charms professor.
I'm not lonely. In 2 hours, like 20 students are going to come hang out with me.
Against the
How cool am
will.
I?
Well, Professor, I was wanting. I was going through a book and I ran across this information I was hoping you could help me out on, because I don't know, it just seemed interesting.
Oh, okay. Do you have the book?
No.
Oh,
That would have been
Okay.
a good start.
Okay, well, that might make it more difficult.
Go
Could
on.
you tell me what it said?
Sam!
I'm sorry.
The way I said no.
No, it's really funny because like your character is so like organized and put together. It's like, all right, let me see the book, and it's so out of character for her to be like, I don't have the book. I don't have it.
That's one of the debates of role-playing games where it's like, all right, no matter how high your intelligence score is, your character is really only as smart as the player.
Yep.
It just affects your ability.
Well, because it was Susan's book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming we left it in her room, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember if you
Yeah,
did or
because
not,
we
but-
snuck in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was in the book that was questioning for you?
Oh, it was talking about using charms on more advanced creatures, but like what confused me was that there was like a drawing or a diagram of a picnic basket. Do you know what the picnic basket has to do with doing anything about that?
So lost.
What? Yeah, it's like, the book
Don't-
might have been my friend's notes.
Or maybe even a cookbook.
do
Like,
you know the name of this book? So we can try to find it?
A textbook?
Is in her notebook, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's in a
And
book.
she literally wrote like David
Because she
Victor's like
drew
3
it.
pages in a row.
You guys, what if this actually was her trying to go on a date and I'm going to the Lonely Lion for this?
Lonely
That's
Lion.
perfect about it.
Do you know the name of the book?
No, it looked like someone's journal.
Is it
Granted,
like a theologist's journal or a student's journal?
I don't know. It was in the I can't remember. It was in the library though.
Very difficult. Excuse me.
Okay.
And he goes back to his basically in his
office.
classroom. He has his office with different books.
Where we
And-
got the alcohol.
and
No, we made charmed powder that made it seem like people were drunk.
We attempted alcohol back then.
Yes,
we
and we didn't tell you
alcohol.
until after.
He comes back with a book and he's like, well, this is a charms book for animals. It does have more advanced charms in it for different animals, but I've never seen a picnic basket in it. Maybe this might get you in the right direction.
Maybe, hopefully. I mean, do you have to do, I don't know, like a ritual for that or giving up of stuff?
There are some charms where you basically leave gifts out to bring the creature before the charm takes effect. So that way you don't have to approach a dangerous creature.
Like a fairy.
Maybe a
Oh,
picnic
wow,
basket would be
those are
like
already
the offering to bring the creature out from wherever it's at to then allow it to be charmed. But if it's an intelligent creature, I would not think a picnic basket would work very well. I would imagine
bear.
intelligent creatures would probably question the picnic basket. But hopefully this may give you answers.
Okay, yeah, I will go through, I'll read this book and give it back to you promptly, Professor.
Okay. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know. If not, I will see you in a little under 2 hours.
To hang out, gotcha.
Yeah, hang out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good day, and we'll see you later.
Okay, bye, Professor.
As you leave, he goes back to writing
Crying.
down.
Oh.
Back to writing down, or basically writing down information from his previous class. And back in the library, Josephine and Fiona are sitting there, each going through their book. When you see the annoying cat come into the room, and
Flea.
no, a different annoying cat, the sunbathing cat. Yep, the surprisingly fat cat apparently. So, but as you're sitting there, you're reading in your book, and then all of a sudden you hear a thump on the table next to you, as you see 3 books are set down, and you see Angela, the student advisor, drops 3 books. She's like, Josephine, I was surprised to see you here. But since you're here, I thought I'd take advantage of this time and
I'm like
go
looking over my book, like
go find some books for the subject you feel you may be interested in. Cryptozoology. These 3 are not advanced books, but they're definitely a good starting spot for you.
Wowie,
That sounds
Angela.
so offensive.
Thank you for these recommendations.
I mean, for those you should be able to finish them by the end of the week, and then to help you with your discussion with the skipper on if this is what you want to do. As you look at the books, they're probably all like that big.
The end of the week.
Surely.
I just give them the glare.
Yeah, you bet. I'll finish them at the end of the week. Pronto. Got it.
Wow.
All right.
I'll ask about that. And then tell you.
Well,
Just be in the room when I ask.
well, I'll check up with you in a couple of days to see how you're making progress on them, and hopefully this is a spot a focus of interest for you that can help you get out of your, we'll say, academic slump.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
She kind of sets down or leaves the book and kind of pushes them more over towards you, and then heads off.
Bye, Angela.
Oh, she didn't even acknowledge you.
She turns around and says, "Oh, goodbye."
Oh. Apparently,
Is she like
I'm
a
too-
secret fan?
I'm too complicated. Like, no one wants to try to offer me career advice.
Well, you already know what you want to do.
She agrees.
She had your nose in the book, so she didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
She-
It was more like, I was like, what the heck was that?
Who drops books in the library? Come on.
And she like drops the books, and I'm like, who? And then I'm like, oh. And then it was more like I was reading, as in I was like,
Yep.
I had the book propped up, but my eyes were like right over it. Like, what's going on?
So she mainly only interacts with people that have to talk to the skipper for career guidance. So
Apparently, I don't need career guidance.
You have a lot of other shit you need to focus on.
They're like, she can't have a career. She's sick all the time.
she has all these visions that, well,
No one wants to deal with that.
it's kind of hard to go into a real career field when you like pass out and have visions all the time and say these weird things.
Look,
So
so
basi-
ramen like soup company, okay?
It's like was it in Harry Potter, like the professor Trelawney. It's like, we're gonna keep you in this tree away from everybody. So when you say random crazy things, nobody's around you. Okay. You keep looking through your charms book. Was there anything specific that you were looking for?
I was just looking on using charms for like more intelligent animals and like talking anything about using charms on animals.
Okay. Going through it, you get to the section. With your, since it's more, or the book that you have is more of like the standard curriculum, where they would probably the charms are more focused towards like interacting with humans or affecting humans. There are some in there for lesser intelligent animals, animals that are typically like familiars. It has some there, but not really highly intelligent animals that you see.
I sit there and I'm like, oh, like I close it. I'm like, this was pointless. All right. I need to go look for more advanced things. Like, I'm like, okay, fine.
Do you think we could see what Susan had checked out from the library? Granted, we can't see like what she touched or something.
I don't know, but also oh my god, wait. One of the people who went missing also had an interest in cryptozoology.
Oh.
I have a note on that. Oh no. But that was 10 years ago.
Madeline Mercury.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like the alliteration we always have with our names. Just saying. What was Marty again? What was he? He was a professor, right? Or what?
Wasn't he the herbology teacher?
Maybe I don't remember.
Let me find it.
I think he was.
I think we need to go see Marty. I'm just here for the Madagascar meme.
Madagascar.
Oh, see his name.
I thought he was like the herbalism teacher.
I think just because none of us took herbalism.
Yeah, and I think because we were trying to come up with a teacher for him, and they were like, "Oh snap, we didn't use Marty yet." I don't think.
Herbology teacher.
Was it Marty?
Yep.
Oh.
What is rumor about the faculty at the school? The herbology teacher is a murderer.
Yeah.
Remember?
Jesus
The
Christ.
fairy circle and the tomatoes.
Could I look for? Let's see. My other notes here I have talks about translocation.
Okay. So you wanted to go see Marty?
Oh, I mean, no, I don't
Okay.
know what to see Marty about yet.
Okay.
Maybe if he knows more about the fairy circle.
Shouldn't
You're
that
like
be
on
all
a-
three of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on like a quest of your own. You haven't met up with us yet. We don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess I'll head over to the library to see if you guys were even actually studying.
All right, listen, we're not all you.
And I'm like surrounded by books. And
You're
just,
like surrounded. I'm like looking around like for like different charms books, special.
I keep passing by you because there's actually books.
Yeah.
by you.
Yeah. The only reason you notice is because you see like my book bags open and you see like snacks in it like lined up, and you're like, oh, this is the right
This
table.
is the table. You have books.
what is going on here?
I also feel your forehead.
Be like, Fiona already did that.
Okay.
Just like
Want me back up in the library?
charms and
Yeah.
translocation
I mean,
is what I'm looking.
okay.
Like I'm just like perusing the like things I see you come in and I'm like, oh my god. So the textbook was useless.
Well, I'll be like, well, I got a book for Professor Lion.
And I'm like, can I borrow it?
No,
Why? I'll give it back.
no.
Listen, you can either give it to me now or just know when you're asleep, I'm gonna borrow it anyway. At least this way I don't have to sit huddled under my covers with using my wand as a light. I can actually like
Oh yeah, magic.
Oh yeah, magic.
The one thing we kept forgetting this entire time.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. And I reluctantly hand it over.
Like cool.
Cool.
You know, we should go see Professor Marty regarding the fairy circle, you guys.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, I have him now and then.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna do this before or after class.
Let's say you probably have about 30 minutes
Mm.
left.
Probably don't have
before
class now. We probably don't have time now.
Yeah, probably after class.
I think some people actually go to class, so.
Do you know we skipped? Oh, we must have told her because, like, anyway, so we skipped class.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all head over to your last class for the day. Unless there's anything you do want to ask the teachers or interact with the students, it'll go.
What class am I at?
Aren't we both in charms now?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
two are in charms.
And then yours was.
Oh yeah, no,
astronomy.
I'm seeing Professor.
No, it's either
Lion right now.
divination
We're going to
Oh.
charms class.
Or defense against malicious
You
magic.
said you already skipped that today.
Oh, that's true. I did
So
already skip it. So divination, here I come.
Okay.
Oh yo.
You know what we should do is we should ask Professor Melman if he ever shows up like to divinate stuff for us. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, he was here the other day when I went to class.
Barely.
When I got a bunch of information out of him.
What was information?
I told him all about my literally was like word vomited my entire dream.
Oh, that's right.
And he was like, oh, this happened before with this student.
That's right.
Okay. So you go to divination with Professor Melman. You two are in charms with Gloria?
Nope, Alex.
Alex. Gloria's the potion.
Potions. Yep. Okay. If there's anything you want to talk to them about, if not, they'll go without.
Has there been like nothing from the school about Susan? Like, oh, students missing?
Yeah, like a bulletin.
I mean,
or anything.
It's like the day after the weekend, isn't it? So like she could have just
It's like
it's one
essentially
day.
Tuesday.
That's true.
But it's been like a third day.
I mean, she's been gone, but students are allowed to leave
Oh,
for the weekends.
Yeah.
That's true.
she missed the portal back. She hit the wall. Okay, that's
She can make
fair.
it through the platform.
No,
You know,
how embarrassing.
Okay. So you guys finish your classes and are able to meet back up.
Can we go harass Marty?
Yeah.
I mean, ask him educated questions.
Okay.
we're here to harass Marty. She asked the educated questions.
Yeah. There we go.
To get
Let's go to the greenhouse.
to get him, you have to leave the school to go or to leave like the building part of the school, and over on the side near one of the forests that has the greenhouse and where his place is, so he can grow stuff for the class.
Is it near the fairy circle?
Yeah.
Or is it closer to like the Brandervold?
It's probably closer to the
Athena.
Branderball field.
Athena.
That's
Athena. But you guys head over there and you see.
Wait, do we have to walk past the Brandervold thing to get there?
We'll take the long way around.
I was gonna say we can walk past it. We just have to walk
Okay.
fast.
All right.
Just shuffle.
You guys arrive there, and it's like I said, it is a solid building with where the classroom's at, and then over on the side it has a couple of greenhouses detached from it, with the woods close by. And you go inside and you see Marty. He's a very unkempt man,
Oh,
very kind of brown hair, kind of long, wild beard. So wild bushy beard, but he's in good physical shape. Just his hair's scraggly, and as you come in, he's like, "Welcome. Hi. Who are you?
So awkward. Like, he's like,
I don't think we've met.
hello, Tim.
Hi, I'm
Professor.
Athena. I'm Athena. I'm
Oh,
Fiona. We're going backwards.
Fiona.
What a great
Okay,
start.
Fiona.
we're
Okay.
going with code names, okay?
No, I was just dumb.
I'm
Okay.
Susan.
I literally am like, yeah, hi, I'm Fiona, like sticking my hand out, like
Check your hand.
nothing happened.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
That-
Fiona, nice
Oh,
to
is
meet
that
you.
what we do now?
A
Okay.
Now
test.
you're using it.
Yes.
Okay.
That is so Raven.
And
Oh.
I'm Josie. Yeah.
okay, Josie, nice to meet you.
I'm Claire.
Claire, what brings you out to the?
Murder. No, I'm just kidding.
We're just like,
Also, it's one of those things where like we're there and suddenly you see it like everything like click in my head like, oh my god, wait, this is the rumor. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
like, oh, he could be a killer.
As he's, like,
Anyway,
holding a shovel.
Yes, as you came into the classroom where he's at, but you see on the wall there's like whatever gardening
All
tools
the
they were
menacing
using.
gardening tools.
You know, I'm
I'm
pretty
just
sure
gonna go and, like,
done
look at it.
with magic. Just been like, oh, I'm gonna dig that spot. Swoop.
He prefers to do things by hand because it's
That's
more
probably why he's so
organic.
swole. You're fair.
Probably.
That's not fair.
So you teach them the hard way, so then that way they know how to do it. At least they know the hard way, and then they can do it the easier way. But at least they know the harder way. So,
That's fair.
but anyways, what can I help you with today? I don't believe any of you are in my classes. No,
Nope.
no, you're not.
We just
I
admire.
sat there and I sat there and I'm like, am I?
We just said we admire your work. You are an excellent teacher. We hear.
Our birds and like
Oh,
your
were you
tomatoes
looking to
very
transfer
much.
into what? Wait, what?
Hmm?
Were you looking to transfer into my class?
Potentially, we just wanted to ask some questions.
How
you
Claire
know.
gets a third class or fourth class.
Oh, okay. Well, by all means, come with me. And he goes out to the greenhouse area, and as you go in, you see the wall of different tools. But he grabs different watering cans and kind of starts walking and watering the plants. Like, so what questions can I answer for you?
I'm just gonna like
How
ask
do you
about.
keep tomatoes so delicious? They grow year round.
Oh, magic's the easiest way. When you can produce when you can adjust the greenhouse to have the best temperature for them to grow, it helps them grow firm and ripe much quicker than you could if you have to rely on the natural resources.
Intriguing.
But what about but like in particular like their fairy circle ones, like those aren't
Fairy
in a
circle?
greenhouse.
What have we done?
The tomatoes of the fairy circle?
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
yours?
No, I don't tend to those. I try to avoid the fairy circle.
Oh,
Why?
Why is that?
Well, if you're I don't think it's my place to say, but
Oh, please do go on.
just our birds really like the tomatoes from the fairy circle, and we were wondering like if we could start using whatever there so that we can grow tomatoes for them
They've
instead.
been trying in our dorm room and it has resulted in disasters you would not believe.
I don't know if we're allowed to grow things in our dorm room.
Listen, I don't care.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a
Oh, no.
charm check.
Me? Oh no.
I have a D20, so
We'll say whoever has the highest.
Not
Thank
me.
God.
Mine's a D6.
It'll be a 12.
it's
Because you're part of the lie.
Liars unite.
We all dab suddenly.
Like what?
Our dorm room.
It's like, well, the fairy circle has wild magic. I'm sure it's well beyond your time, but
Oh.
many people have disappeared from that circle, as well as
Oh.
things that are placed in the middle of it overnight will disappear by the morning. But at least organic things do. But if your birds eaten those tomatoes often, have they had anything happen to them?
I hope not. Haven't
Don't
noticed
think so,
anything.
no.
The fairy magic is very random, where it may cause different effects than normal. So
Like they'll turn pink or something?
they may
Oh no.
keep an eye on them. Try to avoid having them eat from the fairy circle. Those are really just there more for decorations than really to be eaten. But
But people have
Yeah.
disappeared from it?
in the fairy circle, yes, at least 2 that I know of.
3 actually. Suddenly I just say that.
And we're just like,
There's
kinda
something
look
about
at you.
gaseous form. That's why I was actually really intrigued that you didn't want them to eat that. Like, were you worried they were going to turn into like a gaseous form? And
Not a gaseous form. Just fairy magic is, like I said, to be wilder, more random. Less, we haven't been able to study it like we do traditional magic. When if you take something that's infused with fairy magic and you put it through a standard process, at the end you will come up with different results than you would with traditional magic. So we try to avoid things that may have been affected by fairy magic.
so we shouldn't go looking for gardening tips from fairies in the library then, I suppose.
I don't think our library will have gardening fairy tips, but if it does, I would question. If it does, let me know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, who knows? Maybe you
Yeah.
can learn a few things too.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't believe that does, but that would definitely be interesting to read.
Forbidden library part.
I like kick you suddenly, like.
But like I said, definitely avoid the fairy circle. It's like I said, I knew of Madeline who disappeared through there. The other one I know of was before my time, and I've heard that. Well, I guess you said there was a third, but
Is that including Susan?
No.
Oh, fuck. Okay, good. We try to keep that under on the DL.
There was Victoria, who used to play Branderball, I guess. Apparently that's been a thing for a minute. And then there's Madeline, and then there's Edvin. Edvin? Edvin. Oh, right, he's Welsh.
Well.
I was like,
oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
We're just making up names.
all names are made up.
Well,
That's
I mean,
true.
Edvin.
There's one of the lines like from.
It's a Welsh name. Are you saying that Welsh people are made up?
They're not real.
It's not a
mean?
real name. It's a variation of Edward.
Speaking of Edwin.
Should we ask if like there's ever been any attempt to retrieve these people, or like
Wait, are they gone? Are they gone? Are they gone?
are they
Well, the
presumed dead?
two that I know of have not been heard of since.
Oh my god.
Again, with fairy magic, it's hard to tell what exactly happened.
So you think it's the fairies who did it?
I don't. I don't think the fairies. I think the fairies have left the circle, but some of the magic of it remains, and I think it's the lack of knowledge or the pride of the casters trying to accomplish something using magic that they don't know about.
Have there been any certain people that have attempted to retrieve these people or learn more about the fairy circle? Anyone from the school?
Well, and of course, the headmaster Maurice was the main one who tried to find out about Madeline when she disappeared 10 years ago. He was not in charge when Edvin disappeared, but I'm sure he would have been the one in charge of trying to find out what happened to her. After all, student safety is high on his priorities.
We'll bring him some food to eat.
In front of us.
Yes, as we
Finger
are.
food.
Chips and dip.
Yes.
Salsa. Chips and salsa.
No, we think he can't use it.
No, I know, but we don't want to make him uncomfortable by putting him in a tough situation.
Watch
We're
him
gonna go
use
out.
But maybe we do want to.
Apparently, we have different agendas.
Give him some soup.
We just bring a sponge or something. Just like, here's some soup.
But you can't pick up the bowl. You have to use this spoon.
Because we're talking.
So, like I said, Headmaster Maurice would be the one most likely to know what was attempted to try to get Madeline back when she disappeared.
Interesting. So So should we inquire with Maurice?
Is there a reason why these questions are coming up now?
Just general curiosity.
No, we kind of just went down the rabbit hole with that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
honestly just spiraled there.
Yeah.
I had a weird dream about it, and
Oh, we're going this far. Okay.
I had a weird
Okay.
dream about it, and then I was sleepwalking a couple nights ago. That was a weird time.
Trying to wrap it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, irrelevant. That's the only reason I was like, I had started inquiring about like what happened there, and Professor Melman's like, oh,
Oh, were you the one at the circle the 2 nights ago?
Oh, fuck.
yeah,
Shit.
it was me.
What I saw glows from the coming from the circle, but I couldn't see what was happening. What
Me and a
what happened over there
I woke up
in the circle? Out of the circle?
standing in the middle of the circle. Those two, they came to get me because I started sleepwalking.
Yep, you better believe it.
I'm sure it doesn't have something as a deception.
Nope.
One.
I mean,
We figure out. Oh, I should probably just go to a different tab. Go ahead. So between the group, you can do a flight check for being evasive.
flight. I have a D10.
I'm a D8 plus 1.
Me. That's a 4.
After you say this, he lies like that. Do you mind coming with me? I have something I'd like to try. If you were there at the circle, when we sleepwalk, we're still conscious of what's going on, and I have something that may help unlock what you may have subconsciously seen.
Ooh, I'm kind of scared of that. I don't know if you know much about me. I'm
Oh,
the
no, I
crazy one.
Whoa, I'm sure crazy is an exaggeration, but
I'm one of Professor Melman's students, the one with the fainting spells.
oh, okay.
So I don't know if we really want to go there.
Well, I mean, we could do it if to make you feel more comfortable. We could do it with Professor Melman around. And
No,
At the
I
infirmary
don't
in
think
case
that would.
anything happens.
No. It's more like you're not supposed to open Pandora's box, right?
well, some people believe that.
Okay.
But it could
If
help
you-
us find Susan.
Fine.
Find Susan. Is Susan missing? But I don't know who Susan is, but is the way you said that makes it sound like a student is missing.
I'll come with you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's just go try this thing.
Okay. You
Disaster.
This will not end well.
you see him go back into his room and kind of
Whereas
Let's-
I'm mouthing. Take off.
We're gonna get. Is this where it happens?
Like I'm like, don't leave me alone with him. That's why I didn't want to go.
you see him go and go through different drawers to grab different herbs and
Am I about to die?
it's like
Should I chug my sleeping potion?
If things get dangerous.
No, should I just chug it now so we can get out of here?
you see him after he grabs his stuff and puts it in his pouch. He takes out his wand and you see him cast a spell. And
Do I do it?
you see
I suddenly just like chug my potion. Like,
okay. You see well, what was your potion?
the melatonin potion.
Oh, okay. Professor Melman appears as Professor Marty's like, Melman, I have one of your 1 second. He goes over and after you pass out from sleeping, What happened?
Maybe one of her visions. Let me go ahead and just take her, and I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, let me go grab my cart, and we will take her over to the infirmary.
And put you on a cart. All draped over, like I
Thank you.
Oh my god. All right. Listen.
At least we didn't get
It's the
murdered.
stress. It's the stress.
He goes and grabs a cart, and comes back and he picks up Fiona off the ground.
That Professor Melvin. They summon him like, hey, I'm one of your students. The crazy one.
Oh,
He
you know.
didn't get that far before he passed out. I was like, I'm one of your students. Oh wait.
I just got us the heck out of there in the most dramatic fashion possible.
Oh.
So he was gonna do a thing where he was gonna like unlock what I saw when I was sleepwalking, and so I chugged my melatonin potion,
And fell asleep.
passed out.
Oh.
Yeah, now we're dragging her away in a cart.
Professor Melman just showed up too.
Well, he basically cast a spell to kind of talk to him.
Oh,
He didn't transport him there. You just want to tell him to go to the infirmary so they can give you this.
Well,
yep. I was scared.
what do you mean unlock what you saw?
He said like there's something he could do to unlock
Like my subconscious.
yeah.
That's fun. Okay. So Fiona is loading onto the cart. The other two, and then I don't know if they said this, but Josephine's like, well, what about Susan when they're talking about people disappearing at the
Yeah. Oh, we
the
forgot
Ferris
that. And
circle.
he's like, "What is there a student that went missing?" And I was like, "Let's do the thing that you said."
It's like, I don't know who
Who's
Susan
bringing
is,
up
but
Susan.
Me.
She did
Yeah.
because we didn't. I did not roll very well on my
We
deception.
done it. Oops.
so
I erased my melatonin potion. So much for drugging someone.
Right.
so she's loaded on the cart, and he starts wheeling her over towards the infirmary. It's like, does she pass out this often?
Oh yeah, that's normal. She's okay.
Okay. Well, at least it's
But
normal.
it's like usually it's
Normal.
when she's touching someone though.
So he didn't see you chug it.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
He as you're continuing to walk over there, he's like, so who is the Susan that was brought up? Like I said, I don't have her name in my classes, but if a student's missing, especially if it's related to the fairy circle, that's something very serious that needs to be looked into.
She's
One of
passed out.
Fiona's dreams.
So it'd be Claire or Josephine.
Oh,
Frick.
thanks.
Yeah.
You said Susan?
Yes. Josephine said Susan when it was talked about people disappearing at the fairy circle. And then
Who's Susan?
Should we just play it off or just say it was one of like her dreams, or how should we?
Like pretend that she hasn't disappeared yet.
Could be a way to play it.
We'll say Fiona thought it might happen in her dream.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Like,
Okay.
okay. Go ahead and make a charm. Or a
Okay,
flight-
charming person.
Sorry, a flight check for that.
Oh.
flight check.
Flight,
Your flight's better than hers, I think.
because you were trying to just deceive them
I have a D8 plus 1.
or avoid this conversation.
Oh wait, no, I think it's her flight.
Yeah, no, I have a D4.
Sorry, I can't remember.
Is this one right?
That's a
The
D8.
triangle.
Yeah, that's a D8.
You want, yeah.
Oh, mine's
Oh,
D4.
okay, that didn't work.
Okay.
And plus 1, so I have 3. So
Do I get to help her?
If you have tokens,
I
it's a 7.
do.
7.
7,
What did you roll?
a
A
3.
3.
I can only get you up to 5.
Oof.
Do you have any tokens?
I have 2.
I could get you to 7.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
It's fine. With how we roll, we'll be back up to some soon.
Okay. As you're walking, you guys, after you ask, you guys kind of murmur and talk unintelligibly for the questions that he gave. Hi. Do you need a hug?
Just throw me under the bus. It's fine. I'm asleep.
Who's that?
You won't be for a couple. You will be for a couple days, won't you?
Who's
Who
that?
knows?
Where'd it go?
That's Dylan.
Where'd Dylan go? Oh, who's that?
That's Dylan.
Is that Dylan? Who's that?
That's Daddy.
That's Daddy. Yeah. Who's that?
That's Dylan.
All right. Big hugs. Ah! All right. Go see mommy or brother. Okay. So as you continue to walk, not really giving him any answers, after a couple questions, he kind of just keeps walking and keeps to himself. And, he leads you back to the school and takes you over to the
Do
infirmary.
we run into people on the way? Because this is so embarrassing.
We just like flopped over this tiny cart.
Look, you're the one that did it.
Do you think I have any?
We run into Billy, and he stays with you until you
no.
wake up. Yes.
Hold your hand.
Oh,
I wake up and I'm like, ew.
You gross. Human contact.
You, as you guys are pushing as you're being pushed on the cart, you two who kind of drifted back to help avoid the conversation.
fuck.
Just see me like,
You look over and you see Olivia, who like comes down one of the hallways and then darts off.
Jesus Christ.
oh,
She's the main rumor spreader.
Oh, Lord.
no.
Gonna say that she's dead or something.
She's gonna go find Billy to let him know.
Your girlfriend's dead.
He's gonna show up with flowers. And
You continue getting pushed, and you guys end up at the infirmary. You see the nurses there, and Melman is there.
Of
Oh.
course.
But you see Melman in one of the beds with like something covering him, as like he's there for an issue, not just to check on you.
Typical.
He's gonna have whatever you have suddenly.
right.
Yeah.
I feel really tired suddenly.
Sudden coma syndrome.
The nurse like, what happened?
Like teacher, like student.
Oh wait, this is the girl that was passing out.
Yeah, there you go.
Were you there when she passed out?
Yeah, she just kind of, passed out.
She yeeted on out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The consciousness.
She goes over and goes kind of like to the cabinet and grabs like the equivalent of like smelling salt and
Oh,
kind
that work.
of puts it under Fiona's nose.
Roll a constitution. No,
I'll say go ahead and roll a d20.
Ooh.
oh, highs or lows?
15.
Okay. You remain out.
Hey.
You what?
I'm still asleep.
Still unconscious.
A amount.
Okay. Well, we'll have to keep her here overnight to check, make sure she wakes up and see
Who's
what
gonna feed
happened.
Flea?
You two are welcome to stay here if you'd like. If not, we can inform you once she comes to.
Should we take turns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real mad if I wake up and there's not like pastries here.
Just
Don't
bring-
just be flea mad, like
Yeah,
I
just
was
He's
glaring.
laying on your chest, your tail twitching, going like,
just thwapping.
Just like the evil glare. Like,
he doesn't even say anything yet. He just stares at you.
I'm disappointed.
Like the typical cat reaction.
He's all
first.
chunky and he's like, look at these ribs.
You're starving me.
Okay. Who's going to take the first watch?
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, their table, someone might sit at it. I didn't think this through.
So you sit there, and Professor Melman stays there, but for other issues than
Yeah.
for Fiona. And the nurse again kind of questions what happens, and she's trying different things to wake her up, and doesn't have much luck.
Slaps her around.
You
Cold
wake up
water.
and your cheeks just hurt a lot.
Josephine, what would you like to do?
What time is it now?
Man,
It's
I
probably
need to
around
read the
dinner time.
Dinner time. Shoot. Do we have
Angela's
anything?
gonna come find you.
Oh God, no. I'm gonna hide. Do we have anything else on our investigative agenda?
Besides Headmaster Maurice.
Should we do that together, or
I think
should
we probably should.
Okay.
Oh, we definitely should.
I was gonna say we also had the things I had for my agenda was the book that I'm borrowing.
I'm probably just gonna go through it while she's out.
Mostly to see if there's anything about fairies.
I guess
Okay.
I'll go to the cafeteria and I guess get you food too while you're there waiting with Fionna.
See if Billy shows up.
Okay. As you
This is
go to the cafeteria, that you
great.
kind of start walking through, and you notice as you walk through, there's whispers at different tables
Oh no.
and people looking at you.
Oh no.
Ugh. Can I hear what they're saying or what they're whispering about?
Yeah,
Magic that up.
go ahead and make a.
Mort's gonna come up
I should write these down
screaming.
at some point.
She amplifies everything.
Go ahead and make a grit roll.
Mort shows up at the infirmary. Like,
Crying.
Mm,
Just
difficulty
no.
nope.
We're doing great, but you get an adversity token.
Yeah, I was like, at least I get something out of it.
Okay. As you're going through, you're trying to listen to what they're saying, and as you get close enough to listen, they stop talking.
Oh. Oh.
And
Of course.
So they're clearly talking about you.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh Lord.
And around the cafeteria, you see Olivia will go to like one table and then be there for a little bit and then bounce to another
Oh
table.
God.
As you go to the cafeteria, you're able to get food for everybody.
Just grab a croissant for Fionna. She'll be fine.
Shove it in her mouth.
Suddenly I wake up like,
You're like, I'm not mad.
like, can I get waken up like this all the time?
No.
Is there anything else you want to do while you're?
Sit all alone at the table.
Like an emo kid.
At our table that usually is.
The tear in my eye.
Oh.
Oh, when sitting there,
More
Smiley comes over
Oh.
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 and sits and it's like, "Are you okay? I heard that your friend was taken to the infirmary."
Oh. Which friend?
Which friend? What have they been saying?
The one that faints, not the one that made the drinks.
Oh, wow. We have a reputation.
What are they saying that happened to her?
It wasn't a D4. We're good.
D4! Everyone like lifts their feet up like no.
Yeah, basically. That was the first thing I did was lift my feet up.
That's why I just use D8s instead of D4s.
Yeah.
And then round down.
Yeah, put it in half.
Yeah, but like what happens if it's like a 7?
It's a 4.
Yeah.
So round
You do
up.
1 and
Three
2.
round up.
So 1 and 2 is a 1.
Oh,
3 and 4 is
oh.
a 2.
Yeah.
5 and 6 is a 3.
3,
7, 8 is a 4.
That's fair. That's fair.
For one of the, we were playing a game where we needed D100s and we only had D6s, and so like, all right, you roll. Basically, you keep doing high low to get down to wherever you to get your final number until you get to a D5. So like if it was 100, the first one's high for fit or over 50 or under 50, and then your next one's over 25 or under 25, and then you keep doing chunks till you get down to what you need to. It's like a very elaborate way to get there, but you can
There's
get there
a
with
something
just
I had to do once where I had to roll a D2, and I'm like, a D2?
Flipped a coin.
Yeah.
Listen, do you think I have a coin nearby? I have a cat.
or D6. 1, 2, 3.
I just picked up my D4 and I was like, nah.
So he's like, we the one that passes out, we heard you went off school grounds, and Professor Marty found her, passed out, and brought her back to the infirmary. Did you guys go into the woods?
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Did you guys go to that one?
cabin in the woods. No. We were just talking to Professor Marty. And, just the thing
After you
happened.
found her?
Not necessarily. She just kind of passes out like she does. Not a big deal. Nothing.
She do.
Like she do.
It's like she has to sleep longer than normal, but I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. No, she's okay.
Did she pass out when she touched the professor?
I was a little distracted. I'm not sure.
With more rumor fuel, yes.
Yeah. But she's a-okay. No one needs to worry.
Oh, we heard that she's.
I don't think anyone's worried.
They're like relieved.
They have done some shit.
This is high school.
Well, we haven't seen her around. Is she still in the infirmary?
As far as my knowledge, yes.
I mean, she's not. It's
not
like
here.
gesture to the table because she would have hissed the second you walked up here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let the other students know that she's doing okay, and we'll see if we can get a card for her. Does she when she passes out? Does she need get a card?
Joffrey Pelican wants to get me a card. Oh.
You're in this really awkward love triangle, and Mort is here for it. Like,
I
will
will
shut
show
up.
Mort.
Hello.
What if Mort has like a Polaroid camera and she takes pictures and like puts in a little scrapbook
That
and
is.
like she ships everyone?
I want to know who she ships me
in
with.
combination.
Probably Susan.
I mean,
Enemies to lovers.
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, well, we'll figure something out for her. And
Okay.
She likes croissants.
You're not there.
Oh, I'm with you.
She likes a nice buttery croissant.
We're doing great as
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
I like flaky pastries.
The flakier and butterier, the better.
The airier, the better.
We are great friends.
Okay.
Indeedy.
What else does she like?
Bread. She likes this
Fresh
table.
fish.
Carbohydrates.
See with
Her
fish
cat.
often.
Her cat. Oh, who's gonna feed her cat? Like, what does he even eat?
We just bring him like whatever canned cat food we can find.
And it's like he
so
literally
mad.
just like flips the bowl. Like, what is this?
Oh man,
This
you'll
is
be
trash.
so upset at us.
Nope.
You'll not hear the end of it. You'll literally just like
Okay.
wake up one night to Flea going, "They gave me cat food."
Is there anything else you want to do before you head back for your shift?
No.
All
I'm
right.
glad you guys are seeming like concerned friends, even though I'm literally just asleep.
Well, they didn't see you.
She knows I did it.
You head back to the infirmary and switch with Claire.
Yeah, what does Claire do now?
What does Claire do now?
I don't know. Oh, perfect time to go try the invisibility potion. It's nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's evening.
I mean, we have to wait until like no one's out evening time. And then we go to the library and use the invisibility
really sad I'm
potion
missing
to
this.
get into. You guys don't know about the invisibility potion,
Nope.
and I know you're asleep and she's watching you, so this is a perfect time.
Yep.
Okay. So you let time pass, and you in your room, you take out your invisibility potion. That's done way back.
Isn't it like it doesn't turn you
Yeah,
invisible?
it has air
Makes
quotes
her
of
translucent.
invisibility.
Oh, yeah.
And her hand, like she can't grab anything because it just passes right through.
See,
So-
I
so it
have
makes her more
4
like a ghost.
invisibility potions, and then I have 4 potions of invisibility.
So do you have actual potions of invisibility?
I think you have-
so because you just made you
I only made it,
only made it
Once.
once and failed
Yeah.
on it. So,
and then the invisibility part.
yeah. So it's, that was it. I think you wrote invisibility potions because you had 4 enough to make 4 doses.
Oh,
And then you
okay.
wrote it on there, and then when you rolled, you didn't
Wait.
roll well enough, and it's translucent potions.
They're gonna look like a jellyfish.
And we're gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the
Look like
whole
a
thing.
ghost.
She could show up to the library and be like, "Oh, what happened?" The
We
the
can't
memory,
look. You're translucent.
It didn't work.
Okay. So you're in your room, and
Mhm.
you take your potion.
Yep. Now I only have 3.
So at this point, it's probably 9 o'clock at night or so. You figure most of the castles or most of the schools in for the night.
I'm gonna change this on there.
Are you sleeping there?
Probably like
Oh, oh.
The real friend. Oh man,
yeah.
I'm a shitty friend, you guys.
We're doing shifts.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
can't
doing
wait.
a sneaky deaky?
Can't wait.
You
for
guys
my
just don't know
card.
that.
We just think you're being a narc and sleeping.
Fuck.
Fuck, alright.
Okay, you
Oh, Miss
guys.
Goody
This
Two
potion
Shoes
lasts for
over
a
here.
whole day. Just
Oh.
saying.
Oh no!
Claire might miss her classes tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh. But do I know it's supposed to last a whole day?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Well-
If I don't know if I didn't make it correctly anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Well, you figure if done correctly, it should last a day. But when you find out that you're not invisible, then you wouldn't know how long it truly lasts for. But so you're assuming it'll last for 24 hours.
Yeah. So
It could last like 24 minutes. Can you imagine?
well, I mean, can you imagine not being able to grab anything?
For a day, that's would be
God. How do you
hilarious.
wipe?
I don't think it would matter.
Yeah. I'm translucent. I mean, that's true.
No, I mean, no, like you're still right. I mean,
I think her biggest concern would be getting her pants off
Yeah.
in that situation.
Like, if you're translucent, can you still touch yourself? Like, change, like,
or you just keep like passing through with your hand.
Yeah,
we'll,
like-
we'll change it to make it kind of ghost-like. So you
Okay.
can't interact with things, but you're able to walk. You're able to like walk through a door. So you don't have to like
okay.
open a door to step out.
That's fair enough, considering it's called Ghost Root.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll change it
To ghostly.
Yeah, because you didn't make it right,
Ghostly.
we'll change it to basically make you look like Casper, but not that shape, and or to function like Casper, where you're seen, but you can go through things.
We could have had a lot.
But you don't have to be
of
friendly.
this.
It's
Okay.
okay, you still got 3 more.
So 3 more.
You guys don't know that though.
I know, but out of character. I know we have 3 more. We had a lot of fun with this.
Okay. Well, all right. So do I see myself in the mirror? Do ghosts see themselves in the mirror? No, that's vampires.
Vampires
Don't see them.
don't have a reflection in the mirrors. Ghosts, who knows?
would you see, like, your Casper-like self, or?
I feel like that is what I would see because it's not technically.
Yeah, we'll say you do.
I mean, I feel like you could look down and see yourself
Yeah.
still and be like,
Okay.
And going on in the Harry Potter world, the ghosts there are
still see themselves.
still
Yeah.
see themselves, and other people still see them.
That you can pass through shit.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know you're not invisible?
I just assume it works and we go.
Okay.
I figured.
Yeah. Claire
Man,
was very confident.
you avoided Mort the entire night because you did not want to deal with her.
Okay. So you start heading down the hallway.
He's just meowing, just like meow, meow.
Their cat and
He's
he, like,
asleep.
meow.
He is asleep.
that also checks out.
Yeah.
Hasn't even realized I haven't come home yet. Like,
You're like, ooh, the whole bed.
this is nice. She must
Wow.
be doing weird. Like, she must be studying under her bed again.
It's like, yeah, I
That's just such a
sleep. She's
weird
not
place to
interrupting me.
study.
What?
Let me just like crawl underneath my bed with a book, flashlight, or wait, no, wand, and like.
Okay.
I sit there and I'm like, can you shine your light down a little bit? Like, I'm doing a thing over here, like under my bed.
Like, excuse you.
Like, how dare you? That's so rude.
At least get yourself like a bed skirt.
So you head out and start heading down the hallway to the library.
Mm-hmm. Do I run into Phil and Mason? Because I feel like they see a lot of our shenanigans.
To be fair, if they like ratted on us, we would be screwed.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, one is sworn to silence or is cursed. We are making that a rumor.
You, as you're going by, you see Mason come out of the bathroom, but Phil's not with him,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, and he just walks off.
Like, he doesn't even care anymore.
he's like, these weird girls. They're always up to something. I don't care.
I
Like,
can't tell her anything, so I can start making signs at her and see if she understands me. But
to be fair, if any of us were going to understand, it was going to be clear.
he's so used to people not understanding. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
So
He's like, it's not like she's doing anything. Like,
She's just ghostly.
We're going ghost. Oh my god.
Oh God.
but you keep walking. You keep walking down. You get to the library.
Yeah.
The doors for the library are closed due to it being after hours.
Mm-hmm.
But you were able to pass through. When you enter the library, there's nobody there. You're able to have free reign of the library.
What a dream.
I was going to say, wow.
Fantastic. Where is our restricted area in the school for that library?
Go ahead and make a brains roll.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I was like, good news, friends.
12.
Okay. You know that it is back behind the librarian's, basically back behind the librarian's desk.
Mhm.
There's a previously when you asked about it, someone told you probably wasn't supposed to,
Oh.
because you don't
It's
put
fair.
unrestricted places in where it's obvious, like
And
that didn't Harry Potter.
wait, which actually makes a lot of sense why I got yelled at when I like almost meandered in there because I went like behind the desk, like, oh, it must be in these books. And she's like, hello?
Excuse me?
Restricted?
Employees only?
you go behind the librarian's desk, and you're able to pass through the door to the restricted area. As you go there and look around, you see many different books throughout the section. What were you looking for?
Between more stuff on the charms. Did I see anything in that book while I was with Fionna? The book that Professor Lion gave me first?
Go ahead and make a brains check.
Yet again.
16.
Okay. You were able to, and you were looking for
It was the charms
Charms
on
on-
advanced creatures.
advanced creatures.
Yeah.
You were able to find information about it. It. How would it be? It started at the point of just creatures which are generally viewed as more intellectual. As it was getting farther in, you were able to complete it. It gets to more of the human, like were animals, kind of like animal-human mixtures of charms for those. So where it has to be, basically it's a combination of charms versus If you use a charm on a human, it'd be a base form, but then with it having to interact with the animal part of it, it makes it more advanced.
Okay.
Was there what? That's where it kind of got into charms on where creatures when you stopped. Was there different information that you were trying to look for?
I guess on the offerings part,
Okay.
or if there were fairies mentioned in it, like humanoid stuff.
It didn't have fairies in it. You passed through the spots where we talked about offerings, where basically the more intelligent the creature is, the more elaborate you have to present it to them for them to accept it. They're less willing to accept it than the lesser intelligent creatures.
Okay.
But there wasn't anything or fairies or anything that stood out with the notes that you saw in Susan's book.
Okay. Well, then at the library, we're gonna look at if we can find anything on fairy circles.
Okay. So then now my question, since you're ghost-like, how are you going to read the books?
Maybe you can find the location and go back later.
What's the restricted library when I'm
Well, if you
I was
find
gonna
it-
say, listen, your friends have broken into places.
yeah, maybe you can go in and find the location of these books, or if they even have them, and then we'll find a way later to
And-
sneak back in and just
okay.
grab them and go. Maybe.
Someone distracts and the other one goes.
Maybe.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You distract.
The heist.
We can figure this out. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I am probably the better distraction. Let's be honest.
Probably, yeah. I don't know why you chose me, but okay.
Just because you're smart and like you could talk and be like, I want to know where this is. Can you show me where this is? Like I looked over where this usually is, and
You
it's
could
not
write
there.
a script for one of us
Yeah.
to like ask these questions.
Oh,
and, like,
man.
could you help me?
Be like,
Way over
Fionna, just
there.
have an episode
Just start going around the library touching people.
until one of them hits, and if nothing hits, just
Yeah.
Try another potion.
Right.
We'll go kill him.
I don't think they're gonna let me have it anymore.
Son, it'll be okay. Just
It's
let
the
me
get
know
out
what,
of jail free card.
just let me know what it tastes like. We'll piece it together. Oh man. Okay, well, so we're gonna
Like
look
cough syrup. Like,
at it was just Benadryl.
ZQL.
a lot of Zeke.
Just like super concentrated, like they had a pound it down.
Right.
And, yeah, sure. So the fairy circle, any extra charms, and what?
So
Like,
you're able to find 3 books for fairies.
mhm,
Fairies of the realms,
mhm.
fairy feasts and foods,
That might be.
and then sprites of extreme spite.
Those, yeah.
That sounds saucy.
I just want to read that one.
So sprites.
And then the one about the foods.
Fairies feasts and foods.
Was Susan any good at even cooking?
We don't know.
You know, as my rival, I feel like I should know more about her.
Just watch the end of this with fall in love with her.
Mort's fantasy comes true.
Right?
I think Mort's probably. I think
What was the
Mort's
first
probably
one?
more traditional,
Yeah, probably.
but she'd probably take
Very fairy
Susan
tale.
over a non-magic person. But
Yeah.
Love that.
My
Guy in
boyfriend from Wisconsin, and I was like, I've never even been to Wisconsin. That's why she didn't believe us, is because I'm not even from Wisconsin. She's like, you're not from Wisconsin. And I'm like, that's.
you don't talk about cheese enough to be from Wisconsin.
She's probably the only person who's been to my house.
Name 10 types of cheese. Go.
And it's like, okay, well, it's like I've trained for this. There's cheddar, there's brie, there's Swiss, there's feta, there's blue cheese, there's provolone, there's
surprised y'all are actually
American, there's
doing it.
Gouda, there's Parmesan, there's mozzarella, there's 10.
When leaving, ask Holly to hear the cheese song.
Oh,
The cheese song.
There's a cheese song
oh
on one of the
man,
channels that she listens to.
I love
and-
it already.
But
And Asians really sweet.
and what was the other thing you were trying to see? What books they had? This is some dog that talks like this. And so,
The
charms.
the charms. If there's like, more charm stuff.
Okay.
We're just like checking out the entire charm section of the library.
Hey, we have to be sure. Okay.
Okay. You find the large section on charms.
Oh, no.
It's probably 15, 20 books.
In the restricted section?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're charms.
Yeah.
Hidden charm.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to try to look for in the restricted section?
If there is any documentation on what Headmaster Maurice has on the previous investigations.
Journals.
Well, I feel like I've been reading a lot of people's personal
You know, like
journals.
journals are like newspapers, but they're like archived or like hidden or something like that.
Something like that.
Go ahead and make make another brains check.
More brains. 8.
You're not able to find any news articles about it, but you're able to find the yearbook for the year that Madeline disappeared.
That's a weird one to be in the restriction area.
I would grab it if you could. That's the one that we need to grab.
Love you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Any words? Nope.
He's like, no, I'm out.
All right.
Got what I wanted.
Yep. So nobody's desire is a diaper. He still doesn't want to go poop on the body. So like stinky.
Well, I
Okay.
guess that's all we could find.
Well, I guess that's a good find.
Good start.
Yeah.
And then next weekend we'll just go to the circle.
Okay. And you're just gonna head back to your room.
I
Is there anything
probably
else you want to
should.
Okay. Or is there-
You don't want to show up at the infirmary looking like a ghost.
Am I still just asleep at the infirmary?
You're hanging out, and then after, unless there's anything specific you wanted to do with like the nurse or Melvin who's there, then
Freak out, Melvin.
Oh
You're good.
God.
Woo!
then you just take a nap.
And you wake up and you see flowers next to Fiona, and you're like,
You gross.
I'm like, who got her flowers? Like you're like reading the
Like it wasn't
card.
me. Like,
it wasn't clear.
Okay. Anything else you want to do while you're translucent?
No, best not to be caught.
Okay. You head back to your room and call it an evening. Go ahead and roll a D. Go and roll a D20.
1.
1. Okay.
you get a token.
I don't think
Not
I failed
necessarily.
anything.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't fail anything.
Okay.
technically.
In the morning you wake up and you are back to normal.
Woo!
Yay!
Did I wake up in the morning?
Josephine wakes up in the morning.
Oh no.
You're still in the uncomfortable chair. Perhaps it stretches a little bit to get the cricks out, but looking at the bed, you still see
It's like
Are you just like
snoring.
full on, just like haven't even moved?
you still see
Yeah.
Fiona there in bed. Melman has left. The nurse is there, but over at her desk. But laying on Fiona, you see Flea balled up on her chest.
No.
He's trying to suffocate you. Like on your feet.
I like wake up and I'll say, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. How could you believe me? Like them?
And we'll stop there.